write some words and stuff. Sometimes they sound good, most times they don't. And so this first poem I wrote doesn't really have a title, but I thought that it was rather timely considering what's happening at our border right now with Mexico. And just the sheer amount of cruelty that I've observed, I think it needs to be talked about. And so I wrote a poem about immigration. Like I said, does not have a title yet. So here we go. When the body of a little boy washed up on the beach, I was sure the city was burning. A refugee boat capsized in the Mediterranean, killing all of the travelers. These cities are burning. The picture of his body tattooed itself to my eyelids. I see the world on fire now. The word refugee sounds like the roaring sea now. Watch how we see now that the only time brown bodies are on the news are when their breath has been stolen by the sea now. Here, cities do not burn. They've been on fire for years, and the people here are bruised, starved, shot, but they are still standing. A city can only be burning if it is disappearing. And in Aleppo, the church is an empty coffin now. It holds no bodies now. God is calling for his children now. Black Jesus is digging through the wreckage for hope now. One day, if the water washes through the city and turns it white, one day, if every body that used to tuck his dreams into bed are washed out, then maybe we will help him look for them. Here, brown bodies are a flare gun on the stillest night. A flare gun is supposed to signify a person in distress, but how can you look at a gun and not panic? How can you look at a black body and not start reaching for the Bible in your coat or a taser or a paper bag? These cities will not burn. Notice how wherever you go, skin has become a warning sign, a price tag. A brown girl may use the rock of the bow of a ship as a lullaby, may familiarize herself with the men who took her mother. War-torn nations are what we call these places. These places where a body is a broken thing and the religion has no place in the alphabet. But the other day in New York, I swear I heard a group of Latina girls were found dead. Isn't it funny how these things only happen in war-torn nations now? How gunfire can replace the sounds of drums now. We are building walls now so we can't see suffocation on the other side. There are broken families on the other side. We are so scared of the other side. We will bomb the other side, leave the city burning to escape the broken English on the other side. Isn't it funny how a tongue not used to speaking a language is more dangerous than a body laying still on the beach? The girl in my first period English class says immigrant like a dirty word. I want to tell her that immigration is the way the world breathes. Whether you speak to a brown person with a mouthful of guns or a mouthful of fences, remember, a city may burn itself to the ground. A hospital may stink of forgetting the sky, a fireworks show for corpses. But people are the mortar and the foundation. Long after the bombings, the bricks will still stand. Puerto Rico, Aleppo, New York City, burning. What do you remember about the earth when there is only water? Forgetting is so easy when home is a dangling appendage. Where did you come from? Will you go back? I want to begin. What is it like to begin?